Hi, everybody. Welcome to Woo Woo Wednesday. We're here on the new normal. I'm your host, Lisa Davis, and we've got a really special treat today. I've got my buddy, my co-host, Public Awakening, that's going to join us. And then we have someone special joining us, SL369. It's someone that was referred to us by another friend. She definitely has some gifts and has been giving us some really amazing information and price predictions in the crypto world. So I wanted to share her with the community, give you guys a chance to get to know her a little bit and hear her story and find out what she thinks might be some of the next great coins. So you guys stick with us while we take this quick break. Give us a like and share this video, get the word out there, and we'll be right back on Woo Woo Wednesday. We're back on Woo Woo Wednesday today with Public Awakening, my buddy, my co-host, and a new friend, SL369. How are you doing today, 369? Or should I call you SL?
SL is good. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Thanks for joining us. I'm really good. I'm excited to have you on here. My husband is a huge fan, and I am a big fan as well. We found you recently as a referral from another friend, and it's just been amazing watching your price predictions and some of the coins or projects that you're interested in. I wondered if you'd give us like a little bit of background of maybe when you first heard about cryptocurrency and what got you into that.
Sure. So in 2017, I think about around October 2017, when Bitcoin was about $14,000, and then they were making headlines. Every day CNBC was like, "Oh my God, it go up by $500," and then like a couple hours later, it go up by $700, and then next day it go up by $800 and $1,000. I was like, "Oh my God, this thing is like doesn't have a stop. It kept going." Then my friend called me up and say, "Hey, we should get into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin." I say, "It's too expensive. It's like $15,000. We don't have the money." I say, "No, don't worry. My friend in Africa, they in cryptocurrency, will buy small company like altcoin. So we don't have to buy Bitcoin, just buy altcoin, small company." Then after that conversation, something clicked. I don't know what happened, but then I went online, YouTube, and figured out how to buy cryptocurrency in Bitcoin. At the time, I didn't know what altcoin is. It's like small company. So I could go online and Google that, and I create Binance account, Coinbase account, Gemini account, and then I bought Litecoin, I bought BTC, I bought XRP, Tron. So I bought some of those companies on my own and also on Twitter. The reason I bought those stuff because they're popular. Like they people mentioning about it online. So I thought this must be good. At the time I had no clue that. So I bought my first purchase of those cryptocurrency in January 2018. I think January 2018 the market was still high.
Yeah.
How much? Maybe.
I think Litecoin got up. Would it be around $400 or so?
Yeah, I bought my first Litecoin at 248. So that's how I remember. Yeah. So I didn't know I was overpaid. I thought it would keep going up, So that was my first. That's how I discovered cryptocurrency. Surprisingly, that friend of mine, she hasn't got in yet for 3 years. So she was the one who introduced me to cryptocurrency, but she hasn't got in. So through the news, that's how I heard about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
Interesting. Yeah, it's great that you heard about it from friends. So you have gifts of you have gifts where you're able to see some of these price predictions. I mean, you've been pretty accurate with a lot of them. If you go back and look in the history of your channel and information that you've put out, where did those gifts come from, or when did you first realize that you had some of those gifts?
So back in 2012, I had some Flash, visions like in front of my eye, in front of the third eye. That's how we receive information. And I didn't know anything about. I got a flash of vision of different things, of different images, like the future, because like people that I see is not, those people are not my friend at that time. So I said, oh, that's pretty cool. I see your visions. And then like, so we call him spirit guide. So spirit guide gave me a taste of like my gifts that I have in me, but I haven't developed or discover or aware of it. So he gave me a taste, such as I was working at my job one day. I was sitting in the middle of the floor, but I could smell a male cologne. And then they're like, oh, this smells really good. Like, it's like, so DKNY cologne, people like, guy would spray a lot before they go to club. So that is the cologne that I said, oh, this smells really good. I look around, but no one around. So that's how they introduced that I could smell or this thing. And then on that same day, I need to get off work early. It was 2:00. I went to our garage, no one around, like 2 p.m. Then there was a person has been, so that guy, he has been like, I see him, his vision in my third eye, but I don't know who he is. No, he wasn't my friend back then. And then I was like, oh, I didn't know if he was human or not. I didn't even know. I said, if you go around, say hello. And then he said hello. And then I look around, there's no one around. So that's how I discovered that I have here. And then, then the third gift that they introduced to me, that I can feel stuff on my body. So for example, Lisa, you at home right now, maybe, you go through something, either you're happy or sad, and I can pick up your emotions on my body. Like, oh, Lisa is sad, or Lisa just cry or happy. I can pick up the information on my body. Yeah. So they call those people empath. So I can pick up feeling like that. Mm-hmm. And then the C is like through third eye. I see different images. I see friends who will meet a future husband and things like that. Just random stuff, but I never like put two and two together. So they introduced me to that gift for in a period of like 6 months or a year. But I was like, oh, this is cool stuff. I never really thought that I have gifts. I just like cool. I thought it was cool stuff. That was 2012. Then fast forward, after I got into cryptocurrency for about 9 months, like one day I look at my crypto portfolio. I'm like, oh my God, it's down like 80%, 90%. And I look at Quantum. I got Quantum roughly between 9 cents and 7 cents, I forgot. But when I review my portfolio, it was like 3 cents. It's wow, this is like went down a lot. So as soon as I think of that, I say, hey, it's go down. I should buy more to like dollar cost average. As soon as that thought crossed my mind, it wasn't a ghost, but there is a flash. They call it a flash. I call it a flash because it's coming so fast. It's like more like a flash coming so fast. I call it a flash. So an image that I saw in my third eye, they flashed QSP 103 something. So immediately I knew that whoever that entity or person is trying to help me, because I want to buy it now. They said that if you wait, the price will go lower. Oh, so that's how I know. So that's how I know that that entity is trying to help me. So that was my first encounter.
You're frozen, Lisa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Lisa freezes up sometimes, but keep going. So the flashes that you have, do you consider those almost like downloads? Yeah, Lisa freezes up sometimes. She'll come back in.
Okay.
This is what happens when they don't like us to talk about things sometimes.
Okay.
I'm sorry. My Wi-Fi is terrible today. Again, I don't know what is going on with this, but I apologize. Did it cut both of you guys out as well?
No, we were fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we were fine. You just froze up a little bit, but she was explaining about the flashes that she has and visions and sort of being like downloads and receiving information like that. I have a question for you. Did you ever receive these downloads or messages prior to this time, or was this a whole new kind of a time in your life?
So I got download received information in 2012, but I didn't know that I got download or I received information. I thought it was cool stuff that I could see things.
Interesting. Is a lot of people say to have an almost spontaneous opening of the third eye or something like this. For what happened was it was a near-death experience. My heart stopped 3 times and I had to be resuscitated and everything. That's one of the things that can bring things on that are dormant, or just bring things on in people who've never had them before. What do you think or attribute this time to be your time for awakening for? Was there some tragedy? Is it just your time? How do you see that?
So it was my time. They actually tried to communicate with me in 2017, but I think my life wasn't ready. So in 2018, after I got into cryptocurrency, then that's when they feel that I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they realize I'm ready. So they know that I'm ready. So that's when then they provide me download. I receive information. I don't send them information. Like I have thoughts, and then they can read my thought and provide me information. If I ask question in my head, they provide me answer. But mostly I receive information. They call them download.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm ready. But also they know the information. So I got into cryptocurrency in 2018. They know that I need to practice my gift for a period of time, maybe 1 or 2 years, so I can help people. So in 2018, they provide me the information. I track all the information that they provide, such as, I say Litecoin go to like $25, or they say XLM will go to 3 cents or 5 cents. As soon as they gave me a flash or I receive information, I write down my phone, and then I track them for about 4 months. And then February of 2019, like the next year, it took me about 6 months or 5 months that I felt comfortable with the information. I feel that they're reliable. I feel that this space needs this kind of information, because not a lot of people receive cryptocurrency visions. I don't call that I predict anything, because I don't predict, because they give me information and then I relay the information to the public. So I feel that
interesting.
Yeah.
So you don't feel like it's your prediction, it's that your spirit guides are giving you this information, and you feel like it's your job or obligation to share this with people.
Yes. So yeah, but that's then they feel that is the right timing, because I need to practice. I need to work with them. So they came in to my life in 2018, because they already see ahead, like how the market will perform. How I know that I know is that because the first week that I got a full download, it was like 8 o'clock. I was getting ready to work. I was running around my house, but they didn't really care what you're doing. So they gave me a bunch of download. They said, Theta $500, DGB $150. Let me see, BTC they gave me $1,000, but they didn't give me like 1,000 like right away. They said, okay, Bitcoin right now is 8,000, 10,000, 15. So they give me incremental price increase. And then they gave me XLM. So they gave me a bunch of information all at once, and then I wrote that on the phone.
And that information's coming in those flashes. You're like,
yes,
kind of seeing them, but in your third eye.
Yeah.
So you're not even like putting yourself in a meditative state or necessarily asking. Do you sit down and meditate or ask for certain coins or projects, or is it really just they're going to send the message when they want to?
They send a message when they want to. Yeah. And I do meditate to have better connection with them, like better connection with men, that because they reside on a higher dimensions, maybe the 7 or the 12 dimensions. We reside on the 3rd dimensions. So in order to receive information, I need to elevate my vibrations to the 7th level or the 5th level or whatever level that I need to do. meditate and then have connection with them. But when we meditate, we close our eyes. It's like a black screen when we close our eyes, but that word inside of our head, like we close our eyes, that word is the spirit word. It's the real world, like outside here, it's a matrix, it's not the real world. Right. So when we meditate, we have connection with them. So when we meditate up to the point that your internal body, like your little tummy, there's lingo for that. I'm not going to use lingo, so I'm just like normal terminology, like where your tummy is. There were a couple of times I felt like internal peace, like it from my little tummy, all that, like it flow up all the way to my chest. I didn't do anything fancy. All I did like 20 minutes meditation a day, for a couple months, and then I felt internal peace. And then I feel connection with them, which means that they send you love and you receive like the love energy. You can feel it. Yeah. I felt it in my heart. They call them heart chakra. I feel in my heart. So it's really interesting. Meditating improve a personal gift and improve our connection with them. So that's how they provide information. But they have been training me. So my gift evolved, and the way they provide me information, they want it to be evolved as well. So it's just like football player, if you can catch with your right hand, the coach wants to train you so you catch with your left hand or your arm or your elbow or your head. So my spirit guide has been training me like that as well. So first year, they just send me information I receive, and I write it down. Like 2019 was like crazy. Like they come all the time. Even when I drive, even when I walk in at work, just walking around the hallway, they just give, and I can write it down. And then sometimes I broadcast real time. They provide me information. I stop what I do and broadcast on Telegram real time. Then so that's that. And then they started providing me information in my dream since maybe the end of 2019 and the whole year of 2018. And right now it's like full blown dream work. So they come in with. So I don't dream about crypto. So my spirit guide go into my dream state and provide me information. I receive information via flash as well in my dreams.
Oh, really? So you have these dreams and in your dreams you receive the flashes as well. So it's still the same like method or experience, whether you're
they don't stop. They don't care. Like she said, they don't care whether you're tired. They don't care whether you're sleeping. They don't care whether you got stuff to do. They just hit you with stuff. In the sleep though, that's pretty cool. Because then if you practice and you experience, you can play, you can interact while you're dreaming. You can interact with these flashes a little more sometimes.
Yeah, I talked to them in my dreams. I said, you gave me that. Can you clarify? Can you I don't understand that. I talked to them while asleep.
Yeah.
So dream has been a year and a half. I still go on dreams. And then another thing, like my spirit guide rotate. I have a spirit guide. So if I work with one person for 5 months and then they take that person out and put that person in the background and then another person come in. So right now I've been working with a spirit guide maybe for about over a month now. His information like, okay, when you breathe, you can feel the air and the breath. That is, we can call that energy. So his energy is like maybe 10 times or 20 times lighter than our breath. So I was like, so the way he delivered a message to me is not a flash. The information just there and then it disappears. It's so light that I say, hang on a second. After it disappears, hang on a second. That is a vision that he just gave to me. So the first week I struggled with it. I was like, oh my God, the information just there. It's like someone just like appear out nowhere that caught you up guard. So this spirit guy, his name. So right now I think he is maybe at 12 dimension or whatever, and then my body, my energy or vibration has been risen up a little higher when I sleep. So they are asking someone would locating on a higher dimension to work with me. So right now in my dream state, I'm working with that guy.
Wow. So they're training you to tune into these higher vibrations.
Yes.
That's really well. Is this something that you've done your whole life? Have you always meditated?
No.
And that you did before you were exposed to this, before your first experience in, would you say 2012? You feel like you didn't have any of these gifts, or you weren't aware of them. Is it possible you had some and weren't aware of them, or it just all came on all of a sudden?
So I was born with a gift, but I never realized that I have the gift. I never worked on it. I never meditated my whole life. The first time I meditated was September 2019, after I got my gift.
Wow.
Like, I meditate like 20 minutes a day. It's not because I'm lazy. It's just like I'm getting impatient. That's like, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to meditate in hours. So I just so I never really fine-tuned my gift all my life. I never worked on it. Then I asked my spiritual teacher. My spiritual teacher is kind of a channeler. He channeled a master spirit guy. His name is Sun Bear. So Sun Bear explained to me my gift all my life, but I didn't know that. But also, I have this gift in my in a few of my previous lifetimes. I do something similar, not like cryptocurrency, but like prediction or some kind of like kind of view. And then he said that the reason I able to channel and receive cryptocurrency information or finance because of everything, because of my previous lifetime, because of how I view money, because of my relationship with money, because I have removed a lot of baggage, personal baggage from my life. I can hear them. So a combination of it. Also, they said I prepare my life for this time right now and journey. And also, he said that the reason I'm here on Earth, and also the reason I'm working on cryptocurrency is not coincident, because I reincarnate with cryptocurrency. I agreed to come back to like during this period to help with cryptocurrency, and currency is the reason that I return here. And I work with a bunch of specialists who mostly focus on cryptocurrency. So that's why my channel is like cryptocurrency driven and very focused. We rarely talk about whether politics or celebrity.
Right.
Very cryptocurrency driven.
Because I wanted to share a couple of your channels really quick so people know where to find you. Definitely, you can check out SL's Patreon, SL369 Crypto. And then you also have a Telegram channel. And this is where you're saying, like, when you get a flash, you'll post things. And this is where you have a strong community on here as well. And you're very organized on your Discord channel. I guess that's where if you have a Patreon, then you get a link to the Discord channel. Is that how that works?
Yes.
And that one, I mean, you're very organized. I'm really impressed. There's all these different streams and chats and groups if you're interested in different things. And I noticed there was one on there that was like about dreams.
Yes.
Do you do some coaching as well? With people growing their gifts?
No, so I have never coached any of them. I did one interview with Sun Bear to teach people how to have a better connection with the spirit guide. I did that, and it's on my YouTube channel. It's public. And then I did a private video for an hour and a half or so with my members. I explained to them like my day-to-day routine, what I do to stay spiritually fit, like how long I meditate.
That's really.
And how long, what kind of music I use and things like that. So I did that private video available on YouTube as private for my patrons. I only provide 2 videos, but the funny thing is that.
Oh, I lost you. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. You said the funny thing is.
Oh, the funny thing. Most of my Patreon members, they join my group because my spirit guide talked to my spirit guide. Both of them work together, and then when it was the right time, then they join my group. Most of them have some kind of gift, and then kind of weird after they join my group for a while, one by one, get crypto dreams. Some of them say, "Oh, I have never received dream, but here's my first one." Like we hear that over and over again. Then we have the dream rooms. It's a collection of dreams. You know, most of us share cryptocurrency dreams. Like some of them come to pass. You know, a couple of days later, weeks later, or years from now. They said they saw something really many years like in the future. It's pretty cool.
Very cool. So you know basically when you're getting a download or when you're having a vision, you can tell this is a near term, this is a medium term, or this is a long term.
Some information I know is long term, such as right now Bitcoin is at 55,000 ish. So beginning of the year, they told me that Bitcoin will go to 87,000 or 86,000 or 97,000. I know that is sort of like longer term, not like immediate this week or this month. So they give me information a few months in advance. Or okay, they give me information a few days, weeks, months, or years in advance. So it's up to me to use my own discernment to figure out whether long term or short term. So when the information is so obvious like that, you know, when I receive, when they told me that Bitcoin will go to like $87,000, that's when Bitcoin was at $30,000. So 50,000% increase, which means we have to wait for a few months or maybe next year. So that in my head, I put an estimate. The reason Spirit Guide don't provide us the reason I don't provide my community timeline for my prediction because I didn't receive that. So if they ask me, I can use either best estimate, guesstimate, or I say I don't know, thing like that. If I receive information from them, I share. So far, my Spirit Guide only provide me like a price prediction and a timeline, and I hit that 3 or 4 times. They said, they said September 2020, Bitcoin will be at, I think they said 10,000 or 11,000 last year, and I hit that. And then I said, IOST, February 2021, it's gonna be a good month, which it did because IOST was below a penny, and then in February it went up to like 2 cents or 4 cents or something like that. So which is good because that's a big jump because IOST has been really a little slower cryptocurrency. So yeah, that's certain prediction is very obvious. Certain predictions, even though they don't provide me timeline, I have my own intuitions. I have like psychic ability. I call them intuitions. I can pick up the information on my body. Say, like last night, TFUEL was at 48 cents, and then they told me that it will go to $1.28. They didn't provide me timeline, but they talk to me in my head sometimes, and then I'm like, oh my god, TFUEL will go to 128 really quick, which means like quicker than we anticipated.
Oh,
because TFUEL has been like a bug bunny running compared to DGB. So I compare TFUEL to another cryptocurrency, even Cardano or even Zilliqa, it hasn't been moving as fast as TFUEL. The reason TFUEL is rising so much because people want to collect as much as possible, accumulate as much as possible, so they can earn extra passive income. That was the reason.
Yeah, we really like Theta and TFUEL here. I know you've had just really a lot of accuracy with your the gifts that you're sharing, these flashes, and then using your own intuition on what kind of timing that looks like. What's probably like your biggest call or your best flash or prediction?
Maybe, oh my god, maybe my favorite or something that.
Yeah, maybe your favorite. How about that? Which one's your favorite?
It hasn't come to pass, but I really like this one. Recently I got a couple days ago. They showed me the Earth rotate in the air, and then in the background was white. Normally the galaxy is black, but they show me a white background, and then the Earth rotate. And then from my left, the name Bitcoin Black sliding in the middle. It's like Bitcoin Black is like entering to the world, or like the world will know about Bitcoin Black. It's like Bitcoin Black grand entrance sliding in. That was really cool. Visually was awesome. If I have a director, I can like write it down, he can record it. That was awesome. It hasn't come to pass. Bitcoin
Like
Black.
create the movie of what you saw.
Yeah. Let me see what other thing. I think when a prediction comes to pass very quickly, then I feel fun. That's I have so many that I don't have a favorite. I just have some that I'm surprised that they hit it. I feel that it's their prediction more than mine, because I do the work. I receive information.
Well, I love what you're sharing.
Have you ever tried? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So maybe there's a lot. Okay, DGB. They told me since 2018 it'll go to $150, and I thought in my head, oh, that was like the top, but it's not. Then recently, they gave me a few months ago. I woke up. It was I don't know, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and then they gave me a flash, and the number was so huge. I have to like literally sit up. They gave me gigantic numbers. And then
for DigiByte,
yes, higher than 150, and I thought that was really high, but then it's not. They gave me something else that's higher, so I was like, "Holy cow!" It just.
As I'm scrolling through my DigiByte wallet real quick to see what's going on in here, as I'm looking for you.
Yeah, was that a long-term one, or was that one that feels like it's going to happen pretty quickly?
Both of them very long term. The latest one is like 4 digits, and then the one before that is 3 digits, like 3 times higher than 150.
Wow.
Oh boy.
And also Theta, that surprised me recently. I thought Theta $500 is high, but they gave me something a little higher. So I like, whoo.
Wow.
And that one specifically, that's apparently a lot of gifted people like Theta. Apparently, it's people are seeing. Right? Didn't Michelle White Dove say something about Theta a long time ago?
Was it? Maybe.
Wasn't it,
yeah, I think that was Michelle White.
A long time ago, a couple of years ago.
Bix talks about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Very interesting.
And Theta will be different. Theta attracts certain audience, certain investor, and things like that. It have like this early runner. But DGB will surprise people and see how far we'll go. DGB has it's more flexible in terms of that it's a currency, also it's a software where it will be used in multiple industry and in multiple sectors. Whereas Theta is video streaming. I think I heard that they will want to get into VR, and then now they're working on an NFT. Maybe they branch out and do something else, and they maybe have their own exchange. But DGB, in terms of the DGB will be in our day-to-day. We'll use them like Microsoft. They will be part of our day-to-day transactions one day.
There actually was just an article. We talked about it on my Monday show a couple weeks ago, but that DigiID was being implemented in Microsoft 365, or they were using it for the signing in of Microsoft product.
Yes.
So yeah, that's right on. So that will really, once they start implementing that, it looks like then that would drive that price up, at least the beginning, maybe some of those beginning 3-digit prices, or the 150 maybe.
Not yet. They need more. They need more adoption, either our U.S. governments or the European governments. So I got a vision where they would sign a contract with a European. They didn't provide me specific whether it's a European country, like a company or European government. But when they sign that, it will be $46. DGB will be at $46.
And it's 7 cents right now. So I'm just saying, guys, that's not a bad deal.
That's something to look for, though. Yeah.
Put $100 into it and see what happens.
Yeah, I can share one of the 3 digits. It's like 4. So it'll be $402. 402. No.
Wow.
No, 422. Sorry, because Cardano is 402. The prediction for Cardano is 402, and DigiByte is 422. So I tried to keep it straight. So 422. That's DigiByte.
Interesting.
I haven't shared that with Telegram. Probably I will after this.
Okay.
That's not all-time high. That's not all-time high.
That's just
not
an area. That's an operating area.
Yes.
Yikes.
Where do you see?
It sounds so crazy. Like, I just want to throw in for 1 second. We're hearing these numbers and I'm looking at my phone here. I'm looking at DigiByte at 7 cents. And to have somebody say it can go, $150, $400, it sounds crazy. But if we think about not all that long ago, how Bitcoin, when I first bought my first partial Bitcoin 8 years ago to buy illegal downloads on streaming services, it was $200 to $300. And if somebody told me back then it was going to be $60,000 not that long, I said, you're out of your mind. That's crazy. But it looks like, so do you think as a whole, people think now Bitcoin is the first, it's the granddaddy so far. It's gone up so far. It started from fractions of a cent and now it's, $50,000, $60,000. Do you feel that there's going to be that many other opportunities, one after another or in succession, that anybody who hasn't jumped onto the Bitcoin bandwagon early 5-8 years ago and got them for under $1,000, and now they feel it's just too late, and every time it goes up, you feel, I can never catch it. Do you think there's going to be a lot of other opportunities such as these ones here that you've just named that are going to have those same incredibly explosive growths that will allow, like you said in the beginning, others to become millionaires or wealthy enough to, on a minimal investment now? Is that just how it's going to work? Is this the flooding us with money? Is this one of the things, one of the purposes of this maybe?
So there's like many opportunity for newbies and new investors to buy a cryptocurrency beside Bitcoin. Mm-hmm. So for example, right now, Bitcoin is at $54,000. If you invest $1,000 in Bitcoin right now, and it go to $220,000, then that's roughly estimate 295% increase only. But if someone buy Zilliqa or even IOST or even Cardano, they can make like multiple higher than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not the only one that can help people become millionaire. There's some smaller company will be very successful. The reason they will be successful because we will use their technology in our day-to-day business life. Mm-hmm. So Bitcoin is it's a store of value. It's so slow. Eventually, some other technology will sort of replace it. Either the ranking. I don't know if any. I haven't received information. I don't know if any cryptocurrency will climb up to like 400. I think I got like $400,000. That's the highest I get right now for Bitcoin, 400,000. So I don't know if any other cryptocurrency will climb as high as $400,000.
Dollar-wise, but there'll still be many other cryptocurrencies that will provide the same type of returns that Bitcoin has from like maybe 8 or 10 years ago, or 6 or 8 years ago up until now. So it's basically, if you missed the Bitcoin beginning so far, don't worry, because there'll be a lot of other opportunities, and Bitcoin won't be the only one 5 years from now that is like, wow, Bitcoin made the most out of anything. There's others. Yes. Because I have a lot of people saying they thought they missed the boat. Bitcoin is the only one. You can't possibly buy enough now, so that's very reassuring and encouraging. And, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Tell them that there's like over like 100 different altcoin or smaller company that they can invest $1,000 or $5,000 that they can become millionaire. buy one cryptocurrency or a few cryptocurrency, you have some profit, you take the profit and buy the next one.
Mhm.
That's what a few of my friends are doing right now.
What do you see as the greatest, or the coin with the greatest opportunity or the greatest amount of growth that you've been shown at this point?
In terms of dollar-wise or in terms of like percentage?
Percentage
Let's
is
go
more important.
percentage. Yeah.
For this year or for the next few years?
Let's do this year.
Mhm.
I think Theta have a very good chance right now. Is $11. Easily you can go to 25 easily.
Okay.
I'm waiting for DGB to surprise us.
So the Digibyte surprise could be this year as early, or the first one, or first part of it, one of those first numbers you saw.
No, it won't go to 3 digits. We'll be lucky if we have a few dollars. But I would
Okay,
like,
not this year.
I would hope that DGB will catch up with other cryptocurrency, but Theta is have a very good chance of provide people a lot of a good return.
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you see?
Pundi
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
X.
Pundi X.
Yes, we do really well. Well, my group and the community bought it when it was below 1 penny. I think still below 1 penny. And some of my friends bought, like, maybe they spent $1,000 on Pundi X and they make like 10,000.
Wow.
It's good return.
Yeah, that we definitely got in. We listened to you on that one and got in very early on Pundi X and have made a really great return. So thank you.
What month did you guys get in?
Oh, I'd have to ask the boss. I'd have to ask my hubby, but I want to say maybe, was it around Thanksgiving?
Oh,
When
really?
did we get into Pundi X? Do you remember? Yeah, around Thanksgiving.
Oh, you get lucky because
Yes.
around Thanksgiving, that is really a good price. My friend got it in the first of the year, and they were paying between $350 for 1 million Pundi X, or else like 580 for a million. And then they turn roughly $350 to, I think right now, to $7,000. From $350 to $7,000.
That's wild.
So
Yeah.
I advise them take that profit, take like 1,000 or 2,000, and buy like under a penny cryptocurrency. Oh, they did. They bought XYO network, and they bought a bag of that. And I got a prediction for XYO is 27 cents. I don't know when it will come to pass. We really early to XYO network projects, but they did that. They took the profit and buy our cryptocurrency. If they keep doing that, they don't need to put more money into the portfolio, depending on how quickly they want to grow their portfolio, though.
Right. So take those gains that you have and then find another penny stock.
Keep rolling them over.
Yeah.
I have another kind of a question for you here, SL. Do you get cryptos to avoid, or do you get just the winners, just the good ones? Do you ever get one that's just came and it's just like, no, go away, bad, for any reason?
So my spirit. So if I ask them a bunch of questions, hey, what do you think about this and that, they just like remain silent. When they remain silent, which means I don't touch. And if I ask them, hey, what's prediction for this and that, and then they will come forward and provide me a prediction, which means that then I should like invest. Otherwise, for example, BAX is really really cheap right now. I think the last time I checked was at 0.005. Then they told me that it go to 2 cents. So it's really not the price not that high. So when they provide me low price prediction, which means that don't really need to spend a lot of money on it or time on it. Just throw $100 and move on and focus on something else.
Very interesting.
So have you had any price predictions for Litecoin? I have to ask.
Sure. So Litecoin right now, what's the price? Oh, 185.
$200 or something.
Yeah. Right now it's 185. And then it'll go to 4,000. I don't think 4,000 is an all-time high. Could go to 6,000, I think.
Wow. And that's this year, you think?
No. 4,000. I don't think it's this year. Maybe this year we'll go 145. Could go to maybe $400 this year. I don't know. Will be like the end of the year or something. I can ask more about Litecoin. I don't focus on a couple of big cap cryptocurrency for some reason. But when I focus on it, they will provide. If I don't think about it, they don't provide. Sometimes they randomly throw information at me. But Litecoin is one cryptocurrency I haven't focused much on. But I think Litecoin this year will do really well. It has been doing really well compared to the last 2 years. This year, awesome.
Well, it's almost a 10 bagger, right? For in about a year. It's 20 something dollars, $25, $26, right? It was down to.
Yeah.
And then now it's, up over 200 at one point. So it's almost a 10 bagger. That's not bad.
It's exciting to hear that it might be 400 by the end of the year, which would be back to close to its all-time highs.
It's got the plague of the silver. SL, have you ever tried to ask about precious metals, silver, gold, or anything like that? Or
yes, I did.
Okay.
So
I'd be interested to hear what you have to say about silver, especially.
Gold be $30,000. Silver, I think, is 1,600 or 1,800. The last time I got it.
Wow.
That 1,600 number, I just like to say, I've been hearing that 1,600 number for like 10 years. Like that's a number. Yeah. That's a point on the forecast that's been there for a while. That's amazing. I find it very encouraging.
Long-term numbers, or is that something that might run up quickly, or with our with them printing all this money and our economy being in such a terrible situation? I just wonder how quickly something like that would happen, or if you have. I know you don't do a lot of time stuff, but if you could tell if it's
timing is difficult.
So silver, I don't think we'll hit like 3 digits this year. Right now, silver is, I don't know what price for silver. Let me look at it.
$25, $26 right now, but
I thought it was like 30 something.
No.
It's gone down. I think a month ago was 28.
25.08 for silver right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's gone down. So this year,
but you can't buy it for less than 35. So who cares?
Yeah. Yeah. Right. This year is not a 3-digit year. I will ask more about silver. If I ask more, then they give me short-term projection, which means will occur 3 months later or 6 months later. If I don't focus on them, then they don't provide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you really you spend a lot of time on these kind of penny or the ones where there's more opportunity for larger growth, I guess, or more.
Recently, I think beginning of this month, I hey, most of us don't have extra cash, so let's look for under a penny growth cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
And if we buy a large bag of it for $1,000, and then it run up from 0.02 to a penny, then we have a couple of $1,000 profit. You can take that profit and buy your Theta, or take the profit and buy your Litecoin. So that was the strategy. It just happened this month. Normally, I focus on all the big cap like the Theta, the DGB, the Zilliqa, Cardano, BTC, BCH. Just recently, and then I think last month the market was surging like crazy. It's running go up by 20%, 50%, 80% per day. So I was tracking the quick runner, everything runs so quick. So I used my intuition on my channel. Then I gave them a bunch of information, and it comes to pass so quick because the market was going bonkers.
Yeah. No, it's really, I mean, my husband was on your channel, reading things, excited,
Yes, a
and
lot of it.
going and yeah, and taking advantage of these opportunities. And we've really benefited from them. And that's why I wanted to, bring you on and introduce you to our community, and hopefully they can benefit from that. I thought it was interesting when you mentioned earlier that in your Patreon group and where everyone's kind of communicating that people in that group are noticing their own vibration is changing, or they're starting to like feel things or kind of have some intuition. Do you think that's from like the community connecting and then one vibration kind of bringing up or raising all of the vibration of the group?
I think both. I think because they in my group, then I think they more connect with like spirit guy or something like that. Like vibration raise up, and it's collective consciousness as well. They pick it up informations. And also I taught them a little bit. So I said, when you go to sleep, when you lay down, if you want to know about anything, if you want to know about cryptocurrency, just ask them. If they don't provide on the first night, ask them again for the next couple of nights. They will come back and provide to you. So I just gave them that little tips. And some people actually meditate daily because they meditate before they came to my group, or else they meditate afterward.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, one by one, like literally, we have like 10 people or more. Like they say, "Oh my God, I got my first flash, I got my first vision, I got my first cryptocurrency during the day, at night, thing like that." So it's really fun. I think it's the collective consciousness that we raise the vibration. In our vibration in our group is pretty high. It's different vibration and energy than other Telegram group, because we all focus on the same thing, and everyone is very supportive and passionate about cryptocurrency and very helpful. So it's a good community.
So it's almost like a new age version of a church, sort of, and we're all praying in the group. We all have a similar consciousness, and we're projecting what we want going forward as a group. For instance, in your group, it's putting our conscious together to achieve a result.
Yes, but the funny thing is that we talk about cryptocurrency probably 80% of the time. When the market is boring, they talk about politics or they talk about non-cryptocurrency. And sometimes they spend a lot of time talking about politics, but the vibration is still high.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, politics a couple of months ago is really confusing. It's really caused a lot of people anxiety, but that didn't impact our vibration at all.
Interesting. I'll have to get in there and read some of those conversations as well. Yeah.
Well, I have a question. One more quick question.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to steal Lisa's line here. What are so if this continues to keep going, and I'm sure you've done well already, but if some of these numbers are reached and some of your predictions are continuing to come true, and you achieve these prices that you're talking about, what are some of your crypto dreams and goals that you're going to be doing with your profits and your fruits of all your hard work here?
Oh, probably just pay up debts, student loans or credit card debts, and maybe buy a house or travel. I don't really have like a grand plan of buying fancy stuff. It's not on my radar. That's the extent of it.
Helping others, paying off debts, taking some time for yourself.
Yeah, kind of basic like that. And then my friend asked me, after the market will really go wonker at the end of the year, could be 80,000, 90,000, maybe we hit $10,000. So our coin will do well as well. A lot of people can retire. So my friend asked me, after a handful of my members retire, am I going to continue to either coach or provide prediction to the new batch of newbies? I say I will continue doing this, but not sure the same capacity, small group like this, hand holding every day. So I don't know how it will evolve. My group will evolve after this year. but I will continue to provide predictions. It might change a little bit. I don't even know how it will change, but I will continue to provide prediction for a while. I will let my spirit guide lead me and provide me information, where I need to go, but I will continue to provide prediction for the community.
I think that's great. I love that you really encourage other people to ask spirit, to, if you have those questions before you go to bed or before you meditate, to ask those questions. And because the universe wants to give us the answers and wants us to do well and wants good things for us. So it's really exciting to see. And I'm really grateful the way that you share the information and build this community, because I think that's what's also going to get us through these difficult times, is having those strong communities that are like-minded. So I'm grateful to be a part of your community. Any last questions, public?
I'm good. I mean, there's so much here. I've got all my 2 pages of notes again. Did you say what your thoughts were on Bitcoin Cash on BCH?
Oh, BCH one day will go to $30,000 this year. Let me see. BCH right now is 5. I think
it's 5 and change. Yeah, right now.
Yeah, 5 or 6. I think toward the end of the year could go to $800. I can ask for a shorter term prediction or 2 this year again. I think $800 is possible. I don't think $800 is all time high this year. I can ask, but the thing that you mentioned earlier about my members have connection with their spirit guide.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very important that people lean on. It's very important that people know that they have their own spirit guide as well, guiding angels. That the psychic or the channeler, they have their own gift and spirit guide, but individuals, my members, also have their own as well. So don't feel. I want to make them. I want to send
everybody has guides.
Yeah,
everybody has
a message that they are special as well. They have their own guides. Mm-hmm. If they try to connect with the spirit guide will come through. Not right away, but try. And a lot of people didn't realize that they have spirit guide. So they watch people on YouTube. They say, hey, they have no idea. Oh, I didn't know I have my spirit guide. They thought it's the people who are special, who have the gift. That's why they have spirit guides. So I know everyone has 1 or 2.
You just have to learn to listen. Yeah,
learn to tap in and recognize, listen to that little voice, the intuition. That the little voice is your spirit guide, tell you to do things. Listen to them, things like that, and keep track of what they say. If they tell you to do 10 things, and you ignore all of them, and you create a mess for yourself, take notes, learn from it and try to listen to them next time, because I have a handful of people who didn't listen to the spirit guide, and then now they in a ditch. So I say, take notes, pay attention to what I say, what is accurate and what is not helpful and things like that. And then you can improve on it, because next time when they provide you information or tips or prediction, whatever you call it, it's really, whatever they say is for your own benefit. But a lot of people don't. Some people don't listen to that little voice.
Yeah. I really appreciate your whole methodical approach to this and how you're scientifically breaking and seeing which works and making your notes and following and tracking things over time. You've taken the woo-woo side, the spiritual side, the psychic side of this, and actually are putting more of a working physical plan into it, which is actually really cool. I know a lot of spiritual people, psychic people can be a little aloof sometimes and don't do the best with notes and staying organized. But
no, she is so organized.
The way you're doing this is a whole new system. Yeah.
And you go to her Discord. I mean, everything's in a file, everything's in its place. You can easily find different information that you're looking for, and there's a lot of it. It's just really, really helpful. So, well, SL, I'd love to have you on again if you have some time here in a couple of months, and we can check back in with some of these flashes that you've had and price predictions, and hopefully we're all just doing really well.
Yes. So my last note for the community is that we don't have a crash right now. We have a correction. So from
Okay.
now, yeah, for either right now it's March, so either between now or sometime in April we have a correction. We don't have a crash yet. I haven't received information for a crash, so it's a correction. So a lot of people think that we have a crash, so they cash out of their portfolio either 50% or a little less, a little more, and waiting to buy back lower. But it's not a crash; it's a correction of about 20%.
And you think that
And
correction will
the last,
correct itself quickly and come right back up?
yes. April will regain, the price will regain slowly, quickly, and then in May, and then summer, the price will just go crazy.
Okay.
And then when the price rise really high, there'll be correction because people take profits.
But not the corrections where it used to be
And
from 20,000 back to 3,000. Such a large correction.
no, we don't see that. I don't think we see 3,000 this year at all. That timeline has passed. I don't know when we'll come back because I have an open prediction for $3,000 on my Telegram.
Oh.
And I think you mentioned something about tracking. It's very important for either a psychic or a channeler or even an individual as well to track your own. Okay, to track the information you receive from your spirit guide. The reason is for a couple folds. One is if you track, then you can figure out that you can rely on this spirit guide. That the spirit guide provide you information is reliable. You can rely on it. You feel confident in the information. You will act on it. 1, 2, you track to improve your spiritual developments. So if you receive information in your dreams or during the day, if the dream information is more accurate, then you pay attention to that next time a little more. If the flash, is not as accurate, you can tell, okay, this channel, this type of information coming this way is not as accurate. Tracking is very important. It boosts our confidence. It improves our relationship with our spirit guide. If they give you 10 prediction and all come to pass, you feel good, and then you trust your spirit guide. So tracking is not only to know which one is accurate, but it's for spiritual development as well, to improve your spiritual skill as well. And when you have a good track record, you speak with confidence.
Mm-hmm.
So tracking is very important.
Interesting. Those are great tips, and just telling everyone that everyone has a spirit guide. Everyone can connect with spirit. You just have to put that work in and, spend the time kind of like working out, starting to use that muscle that you haven't used previously, but that's exciting. And that's a way for, like when you talked about on the channel, having that collective consciousness, we can all raise everybody together. So
yes,
really exciting. Well, thank you for coming on. I really appreciate you sharing your time and your gifts. You guys, if you're not already following SL on Twitter, make sure you go follow her on Twitter. Let's see. Let me pull this back up real quick.
And Telegram, SL369 Crypto on Telegram.
Yes. And here's her Telegram channel, SL369 Crypto. And then the Patreon is what my husband and I are a part of and have benefited from greatly. None of this is financial advice, because we always have to say that when we're talking about crypto, but it has just been incredible being part of your community, and I'm excited to introduce you to my community. So SL, thanks so much for coming on, and we hope to have you on again soon.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking to you, both of you. I hope that you guys have a good day, and I will be back in a few months.
Wonderful. Great.
Awesome.
You guys, if you're watching in the chat, please give us a like, share this video, get this information out, introduce your friends to my friend SL, and let's see if we can raise the vibration in crypto together, and we can do some more good for crypto and the community. So take care. We'll see you guys tomorrow.